Let's say you had a bad day at work, or had a confrontation with someone, or feel tired or fed up. What do you do in that instance? I believe there are three kinds of people. First, they will push themselves to carry on despite the negative feelings, the negative situation, and they will exhaust themselves in the process. The second kind will give up the fight and will sit down in apathy, feeling that the world is crumbling down and there is nothing they can do. But there is a third kind, a person that we can say has developed their emotional intelligence and is able to detach from the chaotic events, at least enough to be able to function in a positive manner despite the problem. If we ask this kind of person, I'm sure that he or she would admit to have a daily spiritual practice of some kind. Unless we practice stabilizing our vibration on a regular basis, it is very difficult to keep our composure when the events around us are hectic or chaotic. For us to react in a detached and neutral manner for enough time to allow a flashpoint to calm down, this must all happen on the spot. It's a choice we make on the spot. Part of this self-nurturing routine requires that we find sufficient time to relax in the silence of our home at a time when we are not pulled or pushed by external events. That little moment of silence where we stabilize our base frequencies and we, with practice, become strong enough to tackle whatever is thrown at us when we come out to play in the world. Some people cook their favorite meal, others phone a friend, others take a long hot bath to relax, and others meditate in order to release their worries from their mind. Others will go for a walk or a run or do sports, but we all need to synchronize within the rhythm of a movement meditation. All these activities have in common the cleansing of our emotional field of negativity. The idea is that unless we have a systematic approach to cleanse ourselves from other people's negative energies, unground ourselves, reset our energy button, and anchor ourselves back into our own bodies, when we go outside to the big great world, we are like little leaves at the mercy of the wind. It's basically finding the balance between doing and being, because we are human beings, no human doings. Nourishing ourselves is not a perk, an extra task, or a thing to do in life. Nourishing ourselves is a necessity. It helps us to strengthen the connection within ourselves. It allows us to feel that we are self-reliable and that we can depend on ourselves during stressful times. We understand that we will have sufficient resources to protect ourselves from the world's damaging influences by returning ourselves to center, to our sense of inner calm and harmony whenever we need to, so that we can become that steady ship in the middle of the storm. When we are happy and centered, we can fight the battles. We give ourselves the space we need and we feel the strength inside that comes from the self-respect of that who has found her or his balance and knows that she deserves positive experiences and positive outcomes. And if the experiences are not positive, that we have the inner strategies to turn them around. If you are that kind of person who keeps pushing herself when things are chaotic, stop. All you are going to achieve is to get further stressed and regret later on any decisions that you may have made. It is much better to regain your center so that you can view your reality from a calmer and more detached perspective, because this is the only way for you to make inspired and positive choices. Choices that you will not regret later on. So now it is your turn. Write down the actions that you take in order to nourish yourself when you feel down. On the one hand, and if you don't really have a self-nourishing routine, this could be a good time to make a plan of action and create one for the future. Commit yourself to it. It is better to make people wait a little bit while you put yourself together than feel that you have to respond on the spot, perhaps making the wrong choices and creating a chain of negative outcomes. In the end, you can't really give what you don't have, can you? So write down your notes and come back when you are ready.